couldn't figure out how to word it for the.
Last time with the Whitestone Order. Does someone want to give us a recap for an inspiration?
Casually checking if I already have it. I do.
I mean, sure.
I could. I think these are poor notes. They're not long.
Okay.
Same.
There we were, covered in shit.
Yes.
That's about
Go
it.
on.
Like that was
Most of it.
We
No, for sure, actually,
smothered
like-
ourselves. We slathered ourselves. We gathered ourselves into a bundle and just let it rain upon us.
Right after we survived barely for our lives against the breaker and those soldiers.
Oh yeah, everybody didn't
Mhm.
die.
Yeah, it started out on a good note, and then it went real shitty.
It got real shitty.
So yeah, we had the fight with we finished the fight with the breaker and the soldiers, and then we put in the
Right.
plan to get into the sewer pipes and
It's a good plan.
had them help us by like setting off the other ones to distract them, which made us rush, which maybe made it turn out not so well. And my glue certainly didn't help. So covered in glue and shit, we somehow managed to get through that shitty portal to the other
we
side.
really should have. We really
Yeah,
should
or-
have planned ahead on how
We
to
went right through that
block
shit
up the
hole.
thing.
I mean, yeah, even the other side was also bad. I mean, we almost lost an hand to the whirlpool thing.
Oh yeah.
That was not going to go well. So I think that was good, and then it ended with us getting out of the shitty pipes and seeing Doma for the first time, and then Nan started using prestidigitation to clean us off.
Which only
I've
went
I've got
so
some
far.
solvent. I've got some solvent that'll help with that. Just try not to breathe it in.
And for the record, you also learned a few key points about the way that the breakers work. Celise and Sariel sort of informed you that the person that you fought was not actually there, but instead was a kind of a puppet master that was controlling this person from afar. And so the actual like caster that you fought is still alive and knows who almost all of you are. Presumably, working for a particular nefarious organization that has some beef with your group at this point. But you all make it through the sewers and into the bright, gleaming, flying city of Doma. As you exit and sort of take in the sights, the city, as I sort of described before, is immaculate. You can see that like even like the most mundane things, like little filigree on the side of a building, like is magical, and it sort of will like pop out and like rearrange itself. Opulence is a good descriptor of what this city is like. As you look around, you look to yourselves and you all are, though clean, pretty much everything you're wearing that is able to be ruined is pretty much ruined at this point. Between the chemicals and the filth that is permeating through it all.
Is the bag of holding okay?
It's full now. You cannot add
That's all right.
anything more to it until you evacuate some things. But yeah,
Just squishy.
as you look around the city, let me go ahead and to start off with get just a quick little perception check.
I like the drum roll.
Me too.
I can't tell which one's mine when we start until we start. Yes.
All right.
That was that one.
So Griselda and Short Fuse, you both can kind of hear to the west, like a small din of just movement, like shouting, and things like that. Um, you're not sure exactly what the commotion is about, but there does seem to be some sort of commotion in the city. And as you sort of look out, you do see people that are walking the streets. Very much, everybody here walks kind of like Victorian aristocracy, you know, with their heads held high, their noses up, sort of feel. And actually, as you look towards the center of the city, you see a enormous tower, with no windows. Celise, you would know this to be the Blackwood Tower. It's where the breakers are housed and deployed from, as well as where council business takes place. It's sort of in the center of the city, and it's kind of like overwatching everything.
Council business for what exactly? Like
You can
the
ask.
overall government?
Yeah, you can
Okay.
you can talk to Celise about that later. But
Fair,
for the
fair.
time being, we are going to transition into a skill challenge to get to the Choxley residence. You all are on the golden path, and the nebulous forces that are yet to be determined are on the red path.
I'm gonna untransform.
Yeah, I gotcha. So with that, let's go ahead and
Smart.
roll initiatives, everyone.
It would help if I.
I don't want to be first. I don't like to be ready.
Too bad.
You have higher decks than me, right?
Nope. Wait. Shouldn't I?
Sorry, my
You
No,
probably don't
you have
actually. I think
+4.
I think
You have 18.
yeah, I bumped mine up.
Oof. Well, look who's last.
Got to get accurate.
All right. And as is customary, we are going to have the previous person determine the obstacle for the next. So, first up is Short Fuse. Balin, what obstacle is Short Fuse facing ahead of him in the city of Doma?
As we round a corner coming from the shitty portal, there are 2 guards on patrol, and there are 2 guards on patrol.
All right,
Oh,
Short
no.
Fuse. 2 guards on patrol. What
Oh,
are
that's
you
not
gonna
good. So
roll?
good.
What are you
We
gonna
smell
roll?
so bad. We gotta hide. I'm gonna roll nature. I think I can make us maybe smell a little bit less worse quickly.
Okay,
So
yeah.
it seem like we fit.
Sure, roll nature. 13. So as Short Fuse, you sort of hold a finger into the air and sort of try and figure out what direction the wind is blowing. And you're like, okay, no, we need to go on this side of them, because otherwise they're gonna come around this way when they smell us. And as you're sort of, describing this, you can see that the 2 breakers, and now the breakers that you see, the guards, which they are breakers, they're the same thing, right? These 2 breakers are not holding themselves quite as sternly and like as put together as the one you fought were, and they do have a non-broken, a complete vial around their necks, and so they get sort of a whiff as they're both moving towards the west, and they get sort of a weird smell, and you can see them like almost start to head your way. That's 1 failure. Short Fuse, what is Celise's obstacle?
As the guards are coming our way, they're trying to see if they recognize one of us, or are we standing maybe or acting strangely. So she might have to deceive them as to who we are or what we're doing around here.
Sure. You're muted.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and distract them and like deceive them and get them to sort of leave us alone.
All right. Go ahead and roll deception. Okay. 14. That's a success. So yeah, as you move up and you sort of in your non-transformed state, you walk up with a air of holier than thou, we'll say, and sort of start complaining about this awful smell that was coming from the west, and sort of point them that way, and they start moving off. They're like, "Oh, okay, miss," and they start moving away from the path you all need to take. Celeste, what
I've
is
done this
Ferric's
before.
obstacle?
So Ferric's obstacle is that he starts like hearing sort of like sounds and like seeing things that he remembers from his past and that are like trying to lead him away from like going where he should go.
All right, PTSD. What are you rolling?
Um,
What even would you roll?
no,
That
no,
was a good
no,
one.
I got
That was a real
this.
good one.
Do you
I got
deceive
this.
yourself?
Also, remember somebody has inspiration from the recap, and you can
True.
re-roll with it.
Who does? It's a joke.
I would say that
Whatever.
Ferric does.
Anybody. Everybody kind of contributed.
Okay.
Okay. You have one.
So
One person does.
I'm gonna investigate my thoughts to determine which ones are real and which ones are not.
Okay,
That was a
roll
nice rhyme.
investigation with
Yeah, it should go with something else. It should go with like
roll investigation with
Insight.
advantage.
insight. Investigation insight would be an interesting combo.
Right, 16 works. All right.
So do I tell?
No.
Awesome.
As you move through the streets, Varric sort of stops all of you. And you hear him counting in his head. Or you hear him softly counting. 5, 6, 7, 8. And as he says 8, another guard passes. He starts counting again. 5, 6, 8. As he gets to 8 again, another guard. Almost like he is familiar with, the timing or the cadence. You guys move one more spot forward. Ferric, what is Griselda's obstacle?
Griselda notices a butcher's cart just half a block away from the direction we're going. And
Oh,
there
boy.
look to be some very rare cuts of meat.
That is very tricky indeed.
Sabotaging
Uh,
each other.
Yes.
Rufio's turn.
Oh God. Oh, this is tricky. This is gonna be horrible, but the only thing I can really think of doing, and this is gonna be a shitty roll for me, is to try to deceive myself that those are just subpar cuts of meat, and the marbling is absolutely atrocious and not worth my time.
Okay. You successfully keep yourself from getting distracted by the meat. All right. And you all keep making your way down this, like, kind of furtively through alleyways, not being suspicious, but also not being out in the open. Griselda, what is Natalia's obstacle?
It is a group of dogs that are running down the street to bother the butcher. And
No,
they're
no,
coming right towards us.
not in this city.
Oh, okay.
There are no wild dogs in this city. They
Yeah,
are
that would make sense.
euthanized or turned into something else. Or are magically trained to be able to talk.
Beggar children asking for
There's no beggar children either.
Yeah, that's why I paused. I'm like, that doesn't make sense either.
Something with guards.
Yeah, that's a little too cliche at this point in time. I don't want to keep reusing that.
I got a couple.
Something like a flow, a backflow of brown liquid coming down the street that has large clumps of brown things in it.
All right, Natalia. Some backflow. One of the sewer grates was actually ahead of where you guys need to go, and is sort of backflowed back up into the streets. What's she doing?
She can see the commotion that's being caused by a flow of poop water suddenly running into the city, and she's going to try to stealth through a crowded area that we wouldn't have otherwise taken to maybe save some time.
Okay, sure. So hide in plain sight sort of deal. Assassin's
Yeah.
Creed up in this bitch. Sure, roll stealth.
Yeah.
That'll do it. So she's just sort of like grabs all of you, like, all right, everybody just blend in. Stick your nose and thumbs in the air. Don't make any fast movements and just kind of just walk right through. And she sort of leads you guys through a crowded town square. All right. Balin, your obstacle is the poop water starts splashing up against the sides of buildings, and their automatic cleaning systems start reacting violently with the poop water, sort of vaporizing it as it hits. So all of a sudden it just hits and starts turning into this brown steam as it like and gets atomized.
Wonderful.
I'm gonna turn to the group and say, "Everyone, hold your breath. We gotta run through this." And I'm gonna use athletics and try to sprint through it.
Fucking perfect. Roll it. Oh
No.
God.
Oh, no. That's still a good number.
I have +8.
All right.
That's a shitty roll.
As you sort of grab the group and everybody starts holding their breath, you get about halfway through, and Short Fuse, being in a cloud of smoke, instinctively breathes in. Because he's like, oh no, I know what this is like. Oh no, that was the poop smoke. All right, Balin, what's Short Fuse's obstacle?
Through the haze of the poop smoke, he notices some of the smoke kind of disappearing through a wall at the end of the alleyway. Otherwise, it looks like we're trapped.
All right, Short Fuse.
Kind of look around in a panic, but maybe I can use the sleight of hand to get some of my tools like into the crack in the wall, widen it enough to kind of pop it open, and it crumbles.
Yeah. Roll sleight of hand. Fucking great.
Nice.
So Short Fuse,
Hey,
actually,
better.
you go up and you're like, I got this, guys, and you get your pick and you start going in and you realize this wall isn't real. It's illusory. And so you sort of grab it right and you through the platform 9 3/4.
Yep.
And you find yourselves into a small like alcove that's like quiet. Or not a small alcove, I guess like a small like courtyard. that looks like it's like hidden behind the facade of this grouping of buildings. All right, short fuse. What is Salice's obstacle?
Maybe this area that we're in is like home or like a patio for homes, and we have to figure out where we need to go or what we're going to do to get out of here quickly.
All right, sure.
Before we get
Salice.
busted.
Yeah. You're muted.
I think you're muted again.
Muted.
I'm just
Yeah.
going to use history and my knowledge of the area to try and figure out what the best route is.
Okay. Aces. Roll it.
Damn it.
Oof.
Nope. So yeah, it turns out this is actually a courtyard for like a small group of like apartment building type, or not apartments, but like townhomes, we'll say. And as you sort of start like trying to figure out what's going on, a couple walks out on their patio and starts screaming because there's a group of very interesting looking people in their courtyard that shouldn't be. That is. Did I move the failure yet? I don't think so. 1, 2, 3. Is that the third or fourth failure?
fails.
3, yes.
Three?
Three.
Okay.
We've had
3.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Mhm.
I think
Right.
it's 3, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
because
it's
I
3.
failed one, and
Short
I
fuse
failed
failed one.
short fuse failed, and
and
Yeah, there's only
short
2
fuse
fails I see. 13 and 10, and then this 10, so that's
13,
3.
10, 10, yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, Salice, what is Ferric's obstacle?
So Ferric's obstacle is now that these people are screaming and yelling about how weird we are. There's just like a lot of attention being brought to us, and he needs to find us a way through. Because we're getting bottled off. We're gonna get caught.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter where we go, but we need to go forward.
Ferric,
Was this like a one-way in looking place?
you
Or
went
one way
in through
out?
a illusory door or illusory wall.
Yeah,
You have
a
no
wall.
fucking clue. You don't see any obvious exits. You might be able to find the illusory wall you came in, but you know,
There's poop smell back there.
yeah. There might be
That's
poop
fine.
smell
Yeah,
coming
we're
from
dying
other
of the
places
poop.
too. You're not sure.
Yeah. I just know my instincts say fireball, and that's not right.
That is every one of your character's instincts. Yes.
Yep.
I'm just gonna let you know that would probably end poorly in Magic City.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Well, whenever
I'm
I'm
gonna,
faced with a problem,
I mean, how hard was it to tell where we came out of?
I don't know. Fucking
Was
roll
it
for it.
actually? I want to use stealth to leave, but the stealth after we've made it through, if we make it through.
Okay, that's fine. Roll for it.
So what do you want me to roll to find the
Roll your
wall?
stealth. No, I mean roll your stealth.
Mhm.
Well, that's no good.
oof.
That tracks.
So
Ooh,
yeah,
Why would you pick stealth?
I forgot to use something first.
I mean you still rolled a 9.
I still rolled shite.
Yeah.
Could
So
have intimidated.
Ferric, you can see that he sort of clicks something on his back, and you can see it go like, but gets kind of stuck as he tries to use his stealth oil. However, as the grouping of you guys, like he's like trying to find like the wall to get through. He actually like presses too hard, and actually falls through a like paper curtain that looked like a stone wall into someone's like living room.
Yep.
And there's a rather portly man sitting on like a big plushy couch or like chair, watching a hologram of a scantily clad lady dance. Varric, what is Griselda's obstacle?
Griselda sees a man who is watching scantily clad women. I mean, that is the obstacle for Griselda.
Yeah.
We're all like caked in dust from having gone through that now.
The obstacle is how to get away from that without her scolding him.
uh, I'm not gonna use deception because you know what? I'm gonna use history. Hold on. You know what? This might be even better. I'm gonna use nature to understand that this is man's nature calling out to him, and I should just leave him be. If you want, I can do medicine instead.
I don't like either of these options. Griselda sort of sighs, hangs her head, and as you all sort of like just awkwardly walk past this man, she sort of and like the illusion that was being produced, she produces 3 more. Just to like really goose it up. As you guys kind of walk out his front door. And she also throws a chicken wing back at him and he grabs it and starts eating it. Griselda, what is Natalia's obstacle?
So as we continue down our path, we pass by somebody's home garden, with lots of flowers that she happens to be allergic to.
Did you move the token forward for that? I wasn't watching.
If
If it counted.
I don't think so. Yes, it
I
did.
moved ours.
I don't know what to do with allergic flowers. I mean, I'm just gonna walk past them.
I mean,
It's like
It's not
dexterity.
really like a,
Hill.
I mean,
You could say,
but like,
I'll say that you are now in the compound, the like, you have made your way into the, no, I'll say you're not in the compound yet. You're at like the gates of the like upper houses. So you could technically, yeah, I'll leave it on that and we'll, at some point, Rufio will have to jump in because that's his thing. But
What?
you have to make the last you'll probably have to make the last check for something
okay.
in your houses in the upper thing.
Okay.
So this is the last one before you get into the upper compound.
Mm-hmm.
okay. I guess I'll acrobatics through the flowers and the gate. Try to find a hole that's not too pollinated.
All right, sure. Nope. So as you all move towards the gate, Natalia just starts like having a fucking fit, sneezing and coughing, and like holding her nose. Be like, short fuse! I can't, it won't stop. Help!
I imagine she has one of those.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
see what I can find.
All right. Balin. As Natalia sort of pulls herself together, you look towards the gate, and these are like ostentatious. You can see there are 2 breakers flanking either side of the gate, that are like not they're not like moving from their post, even though most of the breakers you've seen have been like moving around. These ones do appear to be like planted here. And they are fairly like well-built men, right?
This is the entrance to the it all the compounds, or
Yeah.
okay. I'm gonna grab Salise's hand and run forward with her up to the two breakers and say, there's a huge commotion going on. There's poop water flooding the streets. There's people vandalizing domiciles. We have to get Miss Troxley here back inside the compound ASAP and try to persuade our way through.
Break Salise. What do you say? You're muted.
I say, yes, these young men were helping me with some research I was doing at the dorms, and they're completely flooded with the feces now. We need to get back here.
All right. Can I get Balin and Salise to make a persuasion check or deception?
No, the same
I'll
score
do
for me.
deception. Damn it.
All right. So yeah, the breakers sort of look to Balin quizzically and sort of unsure because of just your unkemptness. But as Salise sort of pipes up, they turn to her. Very well, Miss Troxley. Proceed. As they usher you into the compound, and you all make your way through the upper houses. If the rest of the city was ostentatious, this is ostentatious with a side of gaudy and just flaunting wealth for the sake of it. Let me change some music as we end the skill challenge.
Are we supposed to let the other houses look better than ours?
I mean, I guess not, but it's just a lot. I mean, it looks like those
it
walls
is.
can't even hold themselves up.
It is. It's a bit much.
It seems a bit too much.
Yeah.
I don't
A
think they
bit
know what
gaudy.
that means.
It's sort of a competition between who can have the most stuff.
I mean,
And,
it makes sense.
We're all, it doesn't matter. We all have so much money. Like, it doesn't
Right.
matter. None
Right.
of these
That's
things
what I was
like is
gonna say.
meaningful. Yeah. We can't make a meaningful update. Everyone done. They can all just get it too.
So everyone looks for like the one of a kind pieces, not like the expensive stuff.
Exactly.
Creates its own arms race. I understand.
That's sort of why I'm into the occult and stuff. There's so many unique things you can get there that would bring your family acclaim.
Speaking of family, is any of your family home? Should we like try to avoid them?
I mean, they should be. We should try and be quiet. We sort of smell like shit, but don't worry, Lydia can help us.
Do you have like stables or something? We can. I guess you don't need horses up
somewhere. Yeah, we don't have. I mean, I think there is something like that somewhere that like you then like it sends us down to the ground and we can ride a horse around over there.
Yeah, and anywhere we can be comfortably away from family and what I assume are staff.
And you mentioned Lydia. You sure
Oh.
it's okay?
Oh yeah, no worries.
We're in
And
your
so-
hands.
As you make your way to the Troxley residence, the compound actually is a large number of buildings. It is part domicile and part commerce and business. The upper houses tend to keep their business within arm's reach. But Celise, you take them to your what you could call like a house. It is still part workshop, part study area. Regardless, it is massive and Beautiful. And you find yourselves at the front gate.
All right. We should be good here. I know Lydia will be here, but she's everywhere. If
And
you
so
need anything, just ask her.
as she said, as Celeste says the name Lydia, you see sort of appearing in front of you a translucent female figure with short cropped hair. And she shows up. Miss Troxley, it is very nice to see you again. You've been gone for quite a while.
Yes. I had a bit of trouble getting back from the event in the sand. Could you be a dear and run some baths for us, for me and my friends? Unfortunately, we were trying to get some work done at the school, and we were interrupted by the sewer event.
Oh, not a problem at all. How many friends do we have today?
There's 4 of you.
There's 5.
Technically 5.
4,
Five.
5.
Five.
Right. There's the my
Oh,
character sheet open, so I couldn't
One,
see.
2, 3.
I
quite
come
a
over
lar-
and like open the doors wider. Yeah.
Oh, quite a larger number than you normally are accompanied by.
Yeah, I peek out
Mhm.
from behind Ferric.
They have some pretty unique life experiences that I wanted to interview them about and learn more about.
Oh, very well. Would you like me to prepare a study room for you?
Yes, that would be lovely. As well as
Fantastic.
get them some new clothes.
Very well. You might want to see Miss Emelise for that. She is
yes.
busy in her workshop, and has been for the better part of the day.
Oh, she's here. Good. That's very, very good.
But yes, right this way. And she sort of ushers you all in, into the main compound, and
Am I able to determine if those
I need a bath.
what they are? Like, are they constructs, or what I know? Sorry, what I,
make an Arcana check. They are some variation of Unseen Servant.
oh, okay,
Like, they are obviously more than that, but
yeah.
but yeah. And so
She
yes.
would comment. Yeah, she would lean over and make a comment to Sleece saying, "Wow, these are some really advanced unseen or servants that you have here. Not
Oh
not
yeah,
not quite
Lydia's
nearly as
great.
nice as mine."
They've even made upgrades to Lydia since I was a kid. She couldn't do that when I was little as well. Like it took a little bit longer. You could kind of see Lydia going through the air.
Really fascinating. And she just kind of continues to look around at in wonder.
This is your
As
home? It's so nice.
I mean, this is part of it. This is like one of the study wings and things like that.
Do you have a
It is
teleportation
quite
circle
lovely.
here?
Hmm?
Do you have a teleportation circle here?
I don't think so. We're not really quite that into that area of magic.
Do you
Okay.
have a bath?
Oh
Yeah.
yes.
We should get this stuff off us before it eats us.
as
we need to solve it in a bath.
Celise, as you sort of move to like exit through the little vestibule here, Lydia operates again. Miss Celise, your Lord Father has requested your presence in the grand office. He is very determined to see you.
Let him know that once I am more presentable, that I will be right there.
I believe the words he used were quite promptly.
Okay, I will be right there.
Very well, Miss Celise.
We'll go see my father. Smelling like poop.
right.
Yeah,
You would
let's-
go ahead.
I'm sorry, I was just gonna say let's get cleaned up. Like I said, this stuff gets the glue off, but that doesn't mean it's safe on us.
Bailey's
Alright,
just gonna run around trying to find a bath.
What are you? Are you, Celise? Are you gonna
There's a
go
fountain
by yourself or
headed
with
towards
other people?
I assume Sharfies is coming with me. Oh, sorry, Sleece.
Go alone, I
I
think.
mean, to the baths wherever they are.
He just said he wanted to see me.
Sure. Funny story. I don't think there's baths in this map, but we can say that
There's a
they
fountain.
are. Balin.
Can have a nice setup.
Balin. We'll say that they are on the second floor. Probably on the second floor.
Okay.
Celeste can direct you.
Or this person can, right?
Yeah, Lydia can. She will direct you into the main hall, which is up here. And then to the stairs,
Shit.
which... Yes, please proceed past the teleportation circle into the grand hall, and on your left you will see the staircase to the second floor. May I
And this is
ask
the
what I should...
teleportation circle.
Yes. May I ask what I can address you all as, friends of Miss Celise? Lady Celise?
I'm gonna turn around and look at Celeste. Should we need to get to the baths like ASAP. But I guess this is where your father is too.
Ah,
So if you
I
want like a
see.
minute with him, I understand.
Perhaps this is something that
We
should
might as
be
well all
left to
go.
her. You wish to thrust us in front of your father like that?
Not like this. Like I said, we don't
Trust
have
me,
that long.
Trust me, it'll save us some time to do it now as a group compared to just him finding out.
Refuse his eyeballing the fountain.
You're underestimating the amount of magic here.
Griselda will take a moment to at least wash her face and her hands by using shape water to kind of move it out just enough to wash her face and her hands, and then offers it to the same amount over to Short Fuse to help him
As
clean up.
you attempt to use shape water on the fountain, it has no effect. And the water of the fountain takes shape into this like dancing like creature. For it is a water elemental.
She looks at it and apologizes profusely and moves on.
Water noodles.
Got lucky on that one, I guess. Yeah, yeah.
So if I jumped
whatever
in
we
there,
need
it would
to
have
do.
been bad.
Celise, as you enter in the courtyard, a pink and blue bird sort of swoops down and perches on your shoulder.
You're muted.
I will look at it and be like, yes, what is it?
You would know this as Curious, your brother's familiar. Your younger brothers.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of like nuzzles up
Does
to
my
you.
brother have a message for me? And I scratch its head.
It sort of like
It's just
shakes its
friendly.
head and then like flies back up to the second floor.
Okay.
But yeah. As you make your way through into the grand hall, you pass several more. You're not sure if it's the same one or like a different entity altogether, but several more Lydias. She nods and motions you all forward.
Can I try to take a moment to try to memorize the teleportation circle?
No.
All
That's a lot more. You don't know the spell, and two, that's a lot longer than a walking past as a teleportation circle. Also, very rude.
Merrick fell down the cliff. Oh no.
Let me copy your magic.
It won't let me move
Merrick, come
forward.
back.
So I'm gonna be behind Celise or surfaces and just say, I know we need to do this stuff, but we really don't have a lot of time.
I know. It's trust me. This is inevitable. It's going to happen either way.
We could do introduction.
Oh, it's gonna happen. You're right. You're not wrong about
Perhaps
that.
I should go first to confuse him.
Wait, why?
I don't
Why
know.
why do we want to confuse him?
Why
We
that
want
would
to
help,
throw him
yeah.
off his guard, correct?
No.
No,
No.
I don't think that would be helpful.
That sounds like an awful idea.
He's my father. We're not looking to fight him.
Miss Celise, your father will receive you shortly.
Of course.
Thank you.
I had to be here right away, but now I have to wait.
It will be
Yeah,
just
I
a
know,
moment, assuredly.
However longer it takes by the minute, I'm just gonna start looking more nervous about my timepiece.
Can we at least like start using the solvent?
No. So we already have that on us, but it's meant for
Okay.
glue, not us.
Oh,
It dissolves things.
that's what that feeling is.
Yeah, that's why we didn't use it on the thing in the bag yet,
I
because
was wondering why my eyes
we
were
don't want it to
burning.
dissolve that.
Should we
It's
ask her
truly
father
awful.
where we can dump all of this shit?
We should all sit as close to him as we can, by the way, when we get in there, just to stress that like he shouldn't have been so impatient.
Wow, that's a power play, Elise. You sure you want to do that?
Just
Some of us can't really crowd a room.
I can certainly try.
I'm sure we smell ungodly right now. Because like we
Yeah.
haven't bathed since the mountains. And that was like 3-4 weeks. And then we went through a shit sewer. Like
Yeah, now we smell like chemicals.
Okay, I can see my brother upstairs.
I'm just like
Does-
shaking my hands, like trying to get it off me.
Yeah.
Lydia
See, it's like
opens
stuck to us.
opens the door. Your Lord Father will receive you now, Lady Celise.
Of course. Come with me, everyone.
We all pile in very quickly.
Yeah.
As you all walk in,
Hi, father.
as you all walk in, you see a very handsome human male who is sitting by a fireplace reading a book. Daughter,
Yes, father. What can I do?
well, you seem to have brought a few friends home. Just would like to know who is currently in my domicile is all.
Nice to meet you, sir. We are the Whitestone Order. Balin, Shortfuse, Varric. I'll point to everyone. Gran, we need to bathe right now. I'm actually burning.
That
I brought them back
is-
here for help with my studies. They've proven invaluable already. They killed a hag. We defeated some drows doing an evil festival, and I will pull the like scroll out and found this. This could get me so much further in my degree than other things have gotten me. And
well, I would certainly
you know,
hope
just wanted
so.
to
As
pour into.
he pulls up a scroll and hands it to you, not even making eye contact. It is a notice of imminent dismissal from Professor Bagwagons
Motherfucking
due to
Bagwagons.
due to failure to deliver your thesis.
That's why I need these gentlemen and women, is for my thesis. This is going to be so much better than what everyone else has. No one else has a document on how to summon a Fey demon combination.
You also received this, as he hands you another sheet of paper, which is a summons to council duty in 1 week's time.
Oh, no problem.
No, it won't, because your sister has been assigned in your absence.
Hmm.
But
I'm gonna.
needless to say, it is good to have you back home, daughter. As
Yes,
he
it's
turns
good to be
and
back.
he like gives you a fatherly like hug.
I give him a hug back.
Oh, good lord.
First smell he's ever smelled.
Barrett goes
Oh.
into his arms.
Mm.
Yeah,
Barrett just kinda-
I
No,
smell
no,
like that time I tried to do the zombie summoning and really messed it up.
Yes, you do.
I tried cleaning it all off, dear, but it's really, really, really on
It's
us,
in there.
and it's really in there, and we really could use
Bath.
a bath if you don't mind, sir. We do apologize about the trouble.
Yes,
what I'm
please
trying to say.
do. Supper will be served at 6:30 sharp. Please make sure you are all a little bit more presentable before then.
And if you don't mind, I'd be quite interested in helping out in the kitchen. I find myself a bit of a chef and very intrigued by what would be served, and would love to help out.
That will never do. We have people, well, we have Lydia to take care of that sort of thing. It would reflect poorly upon our, how do you say? What's the
Image.
fucking word? Not image.
Prestige.
Hostess, prestige to have one of our
Yeah, prestige.
guests cook dinner.
She gives a slight disappointed sigh, but then kind of a nods and accepts and say, "I understand. I still had to ask."
You're dismissed, Celise.
Thank you, Father.
Just whisper back to him as we leave. Nice to meet you. Get that stuff off you.
Yes, very, very nice to meet you.
And you see he like
Appreciate it, sir.
does a magical gesture and magic stuff away.
Barrett, come on.
Actually, we need to learn how to do
It's
that.
very nice to meet you again, sir.
Sort of looks at you quizzically. What is your image right now?
Oh, what do I look like?
Oh, right, your disguise self.
Yeah, I look
Did you
like
ever use it?
I look
He
like
did. He
that
said at the end of the last
depiction
session.
of me
Yeah,
that I was
last time.
working
Okay.
working
That's fine.
on. So like,
But
I
you
should
are.
have
The problem
cane.
is you look clean, but you don't smell clean.
So, same with me though.
No, because you're not transformed.
Yeah, I untransformed. I got dirty in my transform clothes.
That's not how that works.
Oh, okay. Fine. I could retransform and look clean.
All right. So yeah,
That's
you
fine.
all can make your way to the baths and get cleaned up. You very quickly realize that all of your clothes are ruined. Like, you can't get that stank out for multitudes of reasons.
Our armor's fine, right?
Yeah, it's metal. You can pressure wash it.
Yeah. Well, I
Yeah,
never
you-
had sentimental attachment to my clothes.
Yeah, it's good because it's not coming out.
Yeah,
This is worse than stinkweed.
I mean, this is by far the worst smell I've ever had on my clothes, but I've had plenty of smells on my clothes.
I haven't smelled something this horrible since my 10th year of teaching at the college up north, when I think it was the alchemy lab exploded, and it was just awful smell of sulfur and what else other chemicals they're using in there.
Yeah, Short Fuse will toss the rags into a corner and be like, all right, just pile them up. They can't wash them. Gotta burn those things later.
Lydia sort of
Somehow
motions.
I don't think fire's the best for what is on that.
I mean, you can't bury it. They have magic or whatever. They'll do something, but I don't think we're getting those back.
Yes, please proceed upstairs for your accommodations, and cleansing, we'll say.
Yes. Excellent. Like she said, let's go.
March upstairs.
I don't
in
know
our
what
small
this.
clothes.
I'm honestly, I don't know what this is gonna feel like, everybody. Cleansing? That's
Oh, I just thought that's what y'all called it. The magic thing he
no.
did.
I do not know what this is gonna be to get this out of us.
A purge.
I mean, if it was just chemicals, I guess I know what to do. But this is like a magic thing mixed with it because we went through that portal thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
I was hoping
This
they
is
had
gonna be
something else
bad.
for it.
Well, the only thing we can do is go and
No,
be grateful of the help.
it'll be fine.
We go. Is it up here?
Yeah, go up the
I
stairs.
think they set up the stairs to the left, or
Yeah.
was it? Doesn't matter.
Other left, but
Is the
it's
map
up-
live?
Yeah. I mean, it's not like you're gonna run into fucking like an ogre in the hallway, but yeah.
You never know. Can't get there. Third door. Oh. Okay.
Oh, I see. Probably would have good if I looked at the rest of the map before I did that.
Still don't see where the bath would be.
There's not one. We'll say that this circle's gonna be the bath.
I gotta zoom out. I can't see where you clicked.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I'm making it.
It
I'm
just-
doing it. Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Okay.
That one.
Okay,
Okay.
cool.
Balin starts hoofing it.
The room full of beanbag chairs.
Yeah.
Can be the sauna.
We need that for our studying.
Can
They
you
got
move
this
the
miraculous
volume
thing called dry shampoo that'll clean it all right off.
I mean, like I said, it's not gonna be normal. Otherwise, I just make something that gets it off us. We just gotta get it off us soon.
Oh no, everything broke. Oh no, everything broke. Right click your tokens.
Oh.
Right click your tokens, and in the thing on the left where it probably says 20, make it 10.
Mine says 10.
Mine says
It says
100.
100.
Yeah, if it says 100, make it
100.
10.
Mine says
Mine
10.
says 10.
Make it 10. There we go.
Token health.
What did that do?
It's
That's your elevation.
Yeah, you're on the second floor.
Oh.
Okay.
Elevation should be 10. I think one person didn't do it yet.
Natalia, I don't see her.
She's on the first floor. I'll move her. Because somebody keeps losing their companion.
When you
So, yeah.
change story, she was following me, and then I changed stories, and she was gone.
Yeah, it doesn't work like that. So yeah, you can also, if you hit tab, John, it'll cycle through them. Should.
That's good to know.
So yeah, so as you sort of move into this room, it doesn't look like a shower. But as Lydia sort of comes in, all right, let's see. As she like sort of like presses her hand against the wall like paneling flips, and radiates outward into tile, and tile sort of encompasses the entire room. All right, now first off, a light acid should do the trick. As she presses her hand against the wall, from the ceiling, and it's good. Like when you're like scraping off dead skin, you could feel
Bailey's
that like
screaming.
top layer of your skin just going like slightly tingly. All right, very well. And a quick rinse. Whoosh! Torrent of water comes down, soaking all of you. All right.
Oh, this is perfect. This is like the emergency showers at home.
Lady Celeste, do you have a
I-
preference for scent?
Could we go with the lemon and lavender?
Lemon and lavender. Very well. Presses the wall again. And it looks like water, but as it hits the ground, it explodes into this like bubbly suds that completely fill the room. All you can see is white and suds. smells like lemon and lavender, but it's like filling your mouth and like getting into all the crevices, and it's like pop. It has that like pop rocky like popping sensation.
Balin's like low-key freaking out.
Oh, this is way better than at home. It smells like
the
swamp
mention of
water after at
acid.
home.
And then a waterfall over his head, and then pop rocks in his mouth with suds. He has no idea what's going on.
And just as quickly as the suds appeared, with one singular pop, every bubble in the room pops. And you're sitting in the cold. All right. How has the process been, Miss Celise? Is it nearly finished, or should we do another round?
I guess I'll do a perception.
Yeah. She can't smell, so she's
Uh-huh.
asking.
Everyone sniff yourselves.
Yeah, okay.
I think I'm okay.
Same. Much better.
What's Griselda think?
I
She-
think
she
I
kinda-
smell fine.
She takes a really big inhale, and kind of looks around at everyone and says, "I think one more couldn't hurt, just to be on the safe side, because there is a little bit of a linger still, something
Balin's
lingering."
shaking his head and mouthing no.
I know I smell better than swamp water.
But did you have to let it linger? Did you have to?
Very well, Miss Celise, would you like a
Might as well do
deep
another one.
cleansing for the last round?
Oh boy. We might as well try that. Yeah.
Very well,
Balin's
Miss
gonna slam
Celise.
his hands over his mouth.
So in each of those like marble tiles that like had flipped, they sort of rotate a touch, and in like the voids where the like squares don't exactly meet up anymore, these like gouts of pressurized scented water become like lancing. So it's like one of those like laser like security grids, and so like literally you just have like jets of water hitting you from all over. It's like battering you around. You're like running into walls. Everybody give me a dexterity
Balin's gonna
saving
feed him
throw.
on the floor.
Or dexterity check as
Okay,
well.
it's not better. It's not better. Oh, Ricky, I think my token got deleted. I hit backspace while I had it selected.
I got you.
Sorry.
Very good.
Oh, I rolled it and did. Yeah. Aha, it's better.
All right.
Thank you.
So Ferric, as you're like finding new and interesting ways to accept water, you slip, and in one of your rear exit ports gets pressed up directly against an output nozzle, and you get a little bit of a deep cleaning.
Oh,
And to the point where scented water starts spurting from orifices you didn't know you had. And
man.
Griselda, you actually... I'm not going to do the same thing I did to Ferric to you, but you actually...
this is some neckbeard's fantasy going on right now.
Probably. You actually get in this like exact perfect position where like 2 jets are hitting you on one side, 2 jets are hitting you on the other, and it starts spinning you. And so you just start spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning until Celise sort of grabs you to stop you.
Oh, thank you, dear. I was about to, I wasn't feeling too well for a bit. Whew.
Oh, no problem. I'll make sure to look out for you a little bit extra hard when we're around spinning liquids. That doesn't seem to be your strong suit.
No, thank you.
Very well. Miss Celise, is the cleaning procedure finished?
We just
Wait.
Griselda, how about you give
Wait.
us another check?
Maybe another.
What? No, I think we're good, Ferric.
That last one really seemed to help.
What happened to you with that last one?
Nothing. Let's go.
Lydia pulls from one of those holes a corded tube with a nozzle that has an interlocking mechanism to you, and she sort of hands it to you. Do you need more cleaning, Mr. Ferric?
I'm a married man.
Wait,
He
Maybe that
walks
look
out the
like
room.
It is
Huh?
disguised self.
Yeah, I look like an old man with a long nose. Not super old man, but aging 50s.
I was saying, what did the disguised self look like with the nozzle injected and water spraying everywhere?
I mean, that's the
Yep.
thing is because it's just an illusion. So you saw him fall, and then water started spurting out of his cheeks and stuff. It's very
Right.
unsettling.
Out of areas that made no sense.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Would you like
Okay, Balin found that also horrifying.
Lady Celise, would you like for the drying routine to be performed?
Yes, please.
Very well. Do you have a temperature
Extra
preference?
fluffy.
Extra fluffy. Understood.
Warm,
As she
warm
presses,
plus?
as she presses, and the marble tiles on the wall sort of detach and start falling to the floor. And as they hit the floor, they poof into this gigantic cotton fluff that sort of fills the room. And you can feel it, and it's sort of like cotton candy when it gets wet. As the cotton fluff touches you, it sort of sucks out all of the water and suds that are left. And it is quite unsettling, but very effective. And it actually leaves you the opposite of doing lotion. So your skin feels a little bit too dry.
I'm on the fence now. I'm not sure if it's better or worse than the swamp water at home. Would it be itchy?
It's something.
But you all are clean and don't smell.
And we're naked,
No, this
Except
was all with
me.
clothes on because it would have been awkward.
but my clothes don't look wet.
Listen, there's a lot of weird stuff that happens with magic. You guys just had the most unsettling bath of your life.
Yeah. Balin's still on the ground in fetal position.
It was invasive.
But effective.
Would agree.
No, it's okay. That was good. As long as it got all that stuff off us.
All right, now
Absolutely.
let's get you all some new clothes. I have a closet full of this outfit, so no worries there.
Well, thank you.
Would you like me to
We'll
show
We'll just
you?
go see my sister. Yeah.
Yes. Would you like me to escort you, Miss Celise, or do you?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Oh, I know
Very
where
well.
she is. You said
Okay.
she's in the workshop?
Yes, yes, Lady Celise.
Okay.
Which you would know is in the southern vestibule. You got to go down the stairs,
Yeah.
motherfucker.
Oh, right.
There's
I have
also
to-
walls.
I can't go through walls.
No, I was gonna do this instead, but I chose not
I
to.
see.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I chose
I
not
appreciate
to.
you not doing that to us, at least.
It makes sense, a lot of sense on a different, like on a battle map, but this is not a battle map.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Are we all coming? Or are we doing something else?
Yeah.
Balin was going to try to find somewhere to step outside for some air. He doesn't feel the best after all that. He's like,
Okay,
I
kinda
well-
definitely need
stumbling.
some space for my thing.
Okay.
Celise,
well,
where's the best place for that? I'll take Balin.
I mean, courtyard.
For
is
getting
kinda
some
the-
air, just in the courtyard.
Or no, you can go over to this balcony over here. We'll do that.
Yeah, just something with some open air for a minute.
Which is actually a sacrificial circle.
Nah.
Celise is playing all along.
Loris over here.
Yeah, I'll start
You guys are
smoking.
pretty strong. You're worth a lot of sacrifice.
All right. So as you all sort of take a moment to breathe some fresh air, you can go for it. Have your RP.
Yeah, I did not think we were going to get out of that sewer. I felt really bad about the glue, y'all. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I thought that
No,
would work.
You did your best. We all tried.
It was
We
not
weren't
a
Yeah,
prepared.
terrible idea.
None of us
Well,
did
it worked.
particularly well there.
You
Yeah,
made
we
fun
actually
of my
made it. It was a good idea. But yeah, I'm glad we made it.
We made it through the city. That was close.
It feels
Yeah.
good to be clean.
One thing though that I'm thinking of is if the people who control the breakers, I guess they still didn't see you, but they saw us. They saw us enter the compound with the two breakers at the gate, right?
I mean, they'll put it together eventually, but I don't
Right.
think they can come in here unless they got some real reasons.
Well, we don't know that for certain.
Now look
I'm
at
just saying.
Solis.
I think we need to be careful. Make our stay short.
Oh yeah, we definitely shouldn't be here that long.
But that being said, I think we need to get a long rest in. I, for one, am absolutely exhausted.
Yeah, and Solis, we need somewhere to this bag. I mean, that bulge is not. That's not good. Because you have the shower thing, but what do we do with that? Because we can't just give that to somebody because it's got the big thing in it. And I'm trying to like be secretive, but just like mime a stupid hammer reference. I mean,
if we take
second,
all,
what?
we could empty it into one of those rooms, right?
We could. I mean, yeah, we have lots of space here.
you'd be the expert on it, at least for here. I know how to get rid of some shit, but I don't know about this thing.
All right, what are we trying to get rid of again? I'm sorry.
The hammer
bag
The
of
full of
bag.
shit
hammer.
in the bag.
Yeah, the hammer that's in the bag is full of shit.
Oh right,
Our bag of holding got full of doo-doo water.
poop.
Yeah.
Oh.
So now
Oh,
we're clean,
yeah. I
but-
mean, oh, we can't just like dump it out. Well, I guess. The hammer would destroy the toilet. Maybe.
And we can't just give it to somebody.
We can just give it to somebody, maybe.
I mean, all our
Lydia!
stuff's in
Yes, Miss Solis.
This bag got flooded with feces when the pipes backloaded. Can you get the hammer out of it and get all of the poop out of it and put the hammer back in it and bring it back to us?
Possibly. What is the issue with the hammer?
Well, it's covered in poop.
there. Everything in there's covered in poop. That's.
I can
But the
It's also
hammer's
quite heavy.
It's just a very heavy hammer. We want it handled carefully.
I don't. How heavy? I do have my limits, Lady Solis.
Oh, that's true. Gosh, who around here is strong? It's not really our forte.
I mean, y'all barely
best-
got it in there in the first place.
I mean, you could levitate it, right? That's a thing that magic people do.
I could get the water out, but unfortunately, that would leave other undesirables left in the bag.
And we've already been through that.
Residuals.
Lady Solis, is something on fire?
Yes.
There is an awful lot of smoke around.
That's just something that seems to happen around us. It happens quite often.
Very
Yeah,
well.
they don't. On
will-
a side note, they don't breathe, right?
I will
It's-
disable
it's
the
part
fire
of what I'm
suppression
researching.
systems for the time being.
Thank you.
Of course, Lady Solis.
Don't do that.
Don't do what, Lady Solis?
I mean, that's why I asked you if it was okay out here. And I start like
Oh, no.
freaking out. I'm like looking around.
I didn't think
You
it would
said it
be
was cool.
this much. I didn't think it would be this much smoke.
Bale
been
will
with us
start like
how long?
flapping his arms at it, trying to fan the smoke away.
Fine. I'm just like tucking it away. Eating. I like eat part of it. It's your fault. We're fine. All right, at least we got the hammer figured out.
Have you?
Well, I mean, we can get it
Did
out
we?
definitely. Well, we can. How about this? You get it out and clean,
coming out of
then
my
come
haze.
get us, and we'll come and put it back in the bag.
Well, we need the hammer for what we're about to do, so I think we need to try to hold up here for a while, rest, and if the bag can be cleaned at that time, cool. If not, then Crib's getting a shitty hammer, and that's just what it is.
Oh,
We need to
yeah,
get
it's
you new
Crib's
clothes.
hammer.
We don't have a lot of time to waste on this, is what I'm saying.
Dude, you smell like shit still.
No. There's no. The smell's gone. You guys are clean.
Oh, okay. I thought our clothes still smelled.
No, they're ruined,
but-
but they don't smell.
Okay.
I
All
think
right.
I have a
Well,
good idea. And then
I'm
just
gonna
go-
run to my room and get changed into fresh clothes
Okay.
and come back.
Okay.
All right. So you can go and do
Whatever
that
that
while.
is.
Yeah, you can go and you can just
Yeah.
RP it. You can do that while the rest of anybody else can have conversations if they want.
Short fuse.
yeah.
Things around here are familiar to me.
Yeah, it seemed like you were familiar with the dad earlier.
I'm not sure, but something says yes.
Yeah, did you recognize his name? What was it, Thurston?
Not his name, but his face.
Is it a good one or a bad reference?
I believe neutral.
Well, you've been able to trust your feelings before, and it's usually worked out.
I don't believe we have a choice in this situation.
Well, if there's any concern, just let us know.
Any other memories popping up since we've been back in the city?
I am looking upon this lavish home and seeing small elements of my own home just a
One of
home
the
in
really
general.
a big fanciful home like this, or just one of the other ones we passed by earlier?
No, it was not a large home. It was a very modest home. That is how my wife liked it.
She nods thoughtfully.
Any of the streets look familiar? Anything more specific, or is it still mostly just flashes?
It's mostly just flashes, but I feel like I could maybe find my old home. If it's still
think-
there, I'm
Would
not
you
sure.
want to try to find it while we're here?
Perhaps it has some form of lead if we do.
At the very least, help you remember.
Yeah, I mean, I think
That-
it'll jog some memories, and a big reason why we're here is to see what we can unlodge from Ferrick's thick head. And I'll give it a knock.
I think we will.
You go to knock it, but you've forgotten that the fleshy head you're seeing right now is not what you're knocking, and you knock
Yeah.
his metal head a little too hard.
Ow.
Well, it'll be okay. We'll be here with you. If you want to go find it, we'll stick with you.
Yeah,
If we got time
I
right
th-
now.
I think we need to rest, but our next goal should potentially be to find my home.
we need a plan to get through the city.
Do we need
Because
to-
the way here was dangerous.
We can see what Celeste thinks. We haven't had much time to plan with her about it. We've been rushing to get here.
Yeah.
I guess
We
the
can
other
talk
question,
over dinner. Yeah, go ahead.
the other question worth talking about is, do we want to try to go somewhere else in the middle of the night just to be on the safe side, or stay here? Since it seems like there might be people after us.
I not sure actually. If
I think we're probably safe here for the night, but I wouldn't think more than a day would work. I think after
Yeah.
we talk to Celise's father, we'll have a little more information. But he seems like he's trying to protect his daughter, and that'll at least buy time for us to rest up and probably get out of here the next day.
Well, when I was younger, what some of the boys would do to try to get away with shenanigans in other towns is they'd go around with their lady friend, and if their parents were looking for them, they would instead rent several rooms over in several hotels to confuse the dickens out of them. Perhaps maybe that's something we can try with these people looking for us, is rent several rooms and to confuse the dickens out of them.
Possible. We kind of did that with the sewers on the way up. We can definitely keep that in mind after we regroup and talk. I'm interested to see what Celise's father has to say about all of this. How much we decide to tell him.
They've been
I
so
definitely
kind to
can't tell
us.
them
The last
everything.
thing I want is to give them more trouble.
I
Right.
do like the idea of misdirection while we search for other things. I think that is an intelligent move. Some pre-planning for our lack of planning in the past might do us some good in this situation.
I agree. I think moving forward with the plan and stepping lightly is what we need to do, but we do need to keep time as a factor in mind.
Yeah, we don't have time. Let's get to resting. Let's see what Celeste has to say.
Yes.
In fact, we'll find
I-
out what happened.
I am starting to feel confident that we will. But I am starting to wonder if I want to know.
No,
After
You can
all, we
decide.
have much greater things at risk right now. Do we really have time for this?
This might be the only shot you get, dear.
in all likeliness it is.
We'll just have to see if we can. It's not our choice right now, but if it is, we'll make it. Or if it's yours, we'll help you.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, we're
We
always
should
here for you.
rest.
Yeah, it sounds good. I try to like lean on you, but like whiff because the flesh is like outside. You're like kind of like tip over.
Would it be outside or his body would be outside the flesh because he's much bigger.
No, I can change
No,
the size of the image and the like body and appearance. So up to 1 foot taller or shorter, I think it is. So
Yeah.
I've just
But
gone shorter.
Okay.
It's awkward and weird.
It is
Yeah.
awkward and weird.
That's fair.
All right. So, Celise, you go and change into a fresh set of identical clothing. And what do you do?
I will go and say hi to all of my family members.
Okay. Do you want to RP that, or do you want to?
Probably
proceed
not
with the
my
rest of the
mom
party.
or Ariok. No, probably with the party, but I would want to go see my sister and tell her to be safe.
Okay. Are you gonna do
'Cause
that
we found
before
her
the?
itinerary.
Are you gonna do that with the rest of the party?
Yeah,
or no?
because they didn't seem interested in coming with me, even though I want them to get new clothes.
So you
I'm
can
gonna actually bring her to the party. and tell her to bring her tape measure and stuff.
Okay.
Oh my god, we'll come get the clothing.
Okay, well, we'll RP from here then. So yeah, as you enter into the workshop, you can see Emelise, and she is sort of like measuring like bolts of cloth, and then like flinging them up into the air, and they like stick, and then like form around like an invisible mannequin. And you can see that she's got this like spectral thread that she's sort of like waving through the air and like doing loops through it, and be like, no, that'll never do. That'll never do. As you turn in and she sees you. Celise, I'm so
Emmy.
glad to see you. How long has it been?
It's been at least 5 weeks.
I was referring to how long since you've been in this house and not coming giving your sister a hug. And she comes over and
I
like
run-
tackles
yeah,
you.
Run up and hug her. It's so good to see you. What have you been working on now? You're always figuring
Well-
out so many new things.
Well, gala season is coming up, so I've been trying to figure out a new look to sort of paint the city red with. But I just can't figure out what. Yes.
I have 5 people you could practice your look on who've never had style before in their lives. So they're like blank canvases.
Ooh,
They're like a mannequin, but just people.
but people.
One of them more like a mannequin than the other.
Okay, but can I also give you a new wardrobe too? You've never let me.
Of course.
You've never let me.
Sure, but it has to be big, and it has can it incorporate Folkvanger? And I call out my scythe.
That we can do. Yeah, go fetch your friends.
Good.
I'll get some stuff prepared.
I run out and get them.
Okay.
Why can't? Is that door closed? Yeah, door's closed.
We're coming.
Come on, you have to come with me as payback for me helping you get here.
I'll warn you right now, I'm not used to fancy clothes.
Well, tell Emelise that, and I'm sure she'll take that into consideration. Maybe she can figure out something that's like simple but still fancy. I don't know.
So yeah, as you walk in, you can see that Emelise has like about 30 different like colors of cloth that are like hanging in the air, like ready to go. Well, hello, you all. My goodness, I love your style. You all have this like chic, like adventurer look going on.
It's definitely something.
Except
All our
me.
clothes are all gray and brown.
Right, you look like an old man.
Yeah, it's like
I keep
vaguely
forgetting
camouflage,
that.
but not.
I'm in like robes that
Yeah.
aren't out of place.
Well,
Right, but they're gonna old man style you.
my sister has said that you all are in need of a new wardrobe, so who wants to go first?
Balin or
She's She sort of like looks you up and down. Well, and who are your friends, Elise?
Oh, I'm
These
Balin.
are the Whitestone Order. They're an adventuring party that are helping me with my
Ah.
thesis.
Fancy. Do you have any sort of sigil or like theme that you like to parade around in?
I have the crest on my arm, right?
The
We have the owl. I
Owl.
think would be like a mascot. Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I can work with that. She's
Would
sort of like
there
Maybe
be anything for? Well, I guess the name is for Clarence. I don't know if we have anything in like the design and our designs.
Well, it was a cross. It was on his shield.
Right.
well.
That was
Perhaps
just
a
on my
light
brain.
gray instead of a pure white. would go really well because light
I
gray
agree.
has the tendency to really hide all the dirt and the grime that we build up.
It looks
Oh.
fresher longer.
Ma'am, my clothes don't get dirty. And she
Oh,
starts,
well, my pardon.
she starts like, she like, first off, she like pushes you and like sort of poses you a little bit, just to sort of get a feel for like what shape you are. And she starts like summoning these like bolts of cloth that like wrap in and around your armor. And like as they form into the clothes that you have, they sort of like intertwine and start overtaking. Um, and your like all of your like accents go from this like grungy like gray to this like deep like maroon red. This like very resplendent red, but like as you like touch the cloth, it's strong and sturdy. Not, you know, like it looks fancy, but it's very like sturdy and
How
functional.
does it breathe?
It's very functional. And she sort of looks, but the armor's a bit worn, don't you think? We can do a little better, I dare reckon. And she brings down her like spectral thread, and as it starts weaving through the metal of your armor, embroidering detail, embossing it. And as it like travels around the dull gray of your armor, it doesn't polish to a shine, but it's this like solid like worked steel. Like all of the dents become like popped out, and you can feel it like hardening and strengthening as it like embroiders like designs up the edges, because you're in a breastplate. Up the edges, the chain of your like what's it called? Like all the chainmail that's underneath becomes polished and into this intricate like star pattern. And basically like completely transforms your armor into like not ceremonial armor. It's not that ostentatious, but it's like extremely well made. Still your armor, but juiced up a little bit, as it were. And along the crest of the neck, there's this like light feather motif that is embroidered into the metal. How does that feel? Does it sit well?
What color is the main? Is it
The accents I have in my head are red, but they can be whatever you like. Like all the cloth is this like burgundy red.
Thought we decided no more red because of Ishgard.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
That
yeah,
was my
yeah.
thought,
No,
too.
no, you're right.
I
You're
was
right.
gonna say, yeah.
Ivory.
I was gonna say like marble white, like
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, we can do that instead. And she like snaps her fingers, and like this vial of like pigment floats over, stashes onto it, and it soaks in, bleaching through the red color into this pearlescent white.
and could I get some like silver marbling in there as well?
In the cloth?
Yeah.
Sure. Well,
Just
how
on
about-
mine though.
Okay. So yeah, she'll weave the thread through with actual. It looks silver, but it actually forms into this like chain, like Kevlar sort of pattern. And so you have this like nice patterned pearl cloth that's as your accents and everything.
I'll take a step back and admire it.
Your breastplate armor is now a breastplate +1.
Nice.
Oh, mine is, or all of us.
Yours is you
Nice.
got the
I
makeover.
hope I don't get a breastplate +1. I'd be pretty upset about that.
No, I mean it's it's gonna add 1 to whatever your armor class is, or it makes whatever armor it is +1 if it's not already.
Oh,
Yay.
there's-
All right, and
Thank
who is next?
Thought it'd be worse, but I won't mind that. Doesn't even look that different. No, like stand up, even though it doesn't look like I'm standing up because I was just sitting.
She sort of looks you over. You know, I can see that you've definitely... You don't work as much with steel as you do other things.
Yeah, I don't like fancy clothes. I like working with my own stuff, in my lab, or when I got some time.
All right. She'll do sort of the same sort of process where she'll go through, you know, she'll take your apron and like it's well worn and hardened, but she will strengthen the leather, sort of weaving in this thread throughout it, sort of giving it this like metal backing. And so it still folds and moves, but you can feel that like it's almost like non-Newtonian. Like if you press into it too fast, it sort of resists that. And the rest of your clothing, you know, becomes very functional and strong, with whatever kind of accents you like on them. You know, she does embroider you a new hat and like does like nice little embroidery around the rim, and inside feels like fluffy, like feather down, but it's actually just cloth.
I just don't like make me too sweaty. That's the only thing about the hats. They got to be cool.
All right, I can do that. And inside, it almost like you have like one of those like little like internal fans. It's like blowing on you and like removing all the moisture. Definitely.
Ah, that's great. I don't know how you made this thing tougher. Feels like it's been through so much.
Well, it takes a lot of trade secrets. We'll put it that way, as she sort of like chuckles at Celise.
Everyone definitely has their secret.
And who is next? Dear
Griselda's
sister.
just sitting back, watching everyone sit back and enjoy themselves. She's gonna go last.
Okay. Dear sister.
I'll transform as I walk up.
Okay. So she sort of
I came up with it when I was still a teenager.
yeah. I'm thinking something with a hood.
I think that would be cool too.
And so she pulls down this bolt of white silken cloth, and as she like takes like a pair of scissors and starts cutting it, so it's just a little bit ragged. Makes like this nice cowl that comes around with a hood, and like whips it, wraps it, and it forms into a pair of like loose fitting pants around your waist, throwing some belts of listen, he sent me an image.
Uh-huh.
I was waiting for this moment.
He sent me an image. I was trying to describe it, but there you go. And so yeah, blue bolt of as like a pseudo corset, very loose flowing, but mysterious, with jagged edges like lightning.
You're the best, Emmy.
I'm just glad that you finally let me make you something.
I mean, I'm not.
You can't wear
I
a
don't really have an
schoolgirl
opportunity
uniform
to do
forever,
this
Celise.
She's grown up with
d-
us.
Still
it
in
doesn't
school.
hold as much clout as you think it does, especially once you leave the city.
I've made it my own.
Your armor is +1.
Mine
Even
do
though you
that
wear
to
fucking
transform
leather.
form?
Huh? No, it doesn't fucking
Can
affect
mine
it, but
do that? Yeah, I didn't think so.
but it's
like, in
still
normal
+1.
mode.
Yeah,
Okay.
there we go. Okay. All right. And how about for you, sir? Looking towards Farrick.
Me? Deep
Wait,
purple, leather, studded duster with hood.
As she
Bale
looks,
nervous.
You're gonna have to
Yeah.
feel me for my dimensions.
she sort of pokes you in the forehead,
Yep.
and then takes her hand and draws a line down the center. And as she does, your disguised self illusion fades.
Oh no, I'm naked.
it's okay, Farrick.
There.
Okay. Yes.
Isn't that more comfortable? Being who you
yes.
are.
Yes. That's a confusing question for me, but you don't know that, so.
Well,
Yes.
so, purple duster. Do you like more
Absolutely.
plum or royal?
Just thinking eggplant.
You know, when we were younger, we couldn't stop Celise from eating eggplants.
Well, she'd have a very difficult time eating me.
Yes, I think that is I think that is true.
They tricked me into thinking that they would make my powers stronger.
I mean, what's wrong with
Eggplant,
eggplants?
really?
They're delicious.
I mean, it was just a lot of them looking back. But
just
Lydia
want,
can cook them however you want.
I just want to look very regal, presentable, but functional. I want to be able to command a room.
All right. And so she'll pull down one of the pieces of cloth, and as it comes towards you, it hardens into this eggplant purple leather that she cuts into several different pieces, sort of fitting them on you where they would fit, trying to get them just right, and then sewing them together. And with that same sort of feather embroidery embossed, like underneath the lines of where like two overlapping meet, you have this like embroidered feather design.
And could I get a lapel pin that looks like this flower? And I show the silent princess some.
The one in like the terrarium that Sharpie is keeping for you.
No, I guess I'll just ask if she knows what it is.
Yeah.
And be like something like this.
I do like that design. And she'll take another vial of this like looks like liquid silver. And as she uncorks it, a small like thread of silver comes out of it, and you can see the inside lining of this duster has this mosaic pattern in the shape of that flower. And as it sort of comes from the bottom, filling up the back, it sort of exudes out of the lapel and hardens into that same shape.
This is very fine. Thank you.
Very well. And she sort of looks to, I guess, Natalia, who just got her fancy armor. Balin, do you have any preference for anything to be done for her costume? It's already pretty fitting, so.
Yeah. I guess I'd want like the Whitestone Order emblem on it, like on the chest piece.
Sure. So yeah, she'll emboss the.
Smaller than mine.
Yeah, she'll emboss the same like sigil there, and sort of make all of the accents sort of match yours. So that same sort of ivory pattern.
Or if there's I guess I'll ask Natalia. What's your favorite animal?
Goodness. A cat. Nope. Owlbear. Nope. Chimera. No.
Ooh, I like Chimera. That's a good one.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen one, but
on
I
her,
that was my favorite book growing up. It was the To Give a Chimera a Cookie. It ended very poorly.
the other head sneaks up.
That's the definition of my job.
So I guess I'd want on her bracers have like a Chimera emblazoned on each.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, and she actually, it's one of those like where like the head of one is like over the top of her hand, and so it's like head here, and like, no, Chimera.
Yeah. No, I said the wrong thing.
I was
still
thinking.
Chimera, yeah.
I was thinking Cerberus. How many? What the fuck is a
Cerberus?
Chimera?
Chimera
Chimera
has
is
multiple
like-
legs.
Snake.
Or can.
Chimera is what they made on
Jesus
Full Metal
Christ.
Alchemist.
Chimeras
No.
usually have.
Yes, it is
like
3
in
heads.
That is-
Final
Yeah,
Fantasy,
it's
it has
it's
multiple
Dragon
heads, one
Wolf,
for each.
Dragon Wolf, like ant or goat or something.
Yeah, or like
yeah.
elementals.
Okay, cool. So yeah, some version of that will be made into the bracers. All right, and I think we only have one left. Looking
She
towards
smiles and just says,
Griselda.
A simple green dress would suit me just well. And I also wouldn't mind an optional apron for when I need to cook. And she just also describes an emblem of a rather large cauldron with on the front of it, one is a spoon, the other is a wand, like kind of crossed like this
Okay.
on the apron
Okay.
for when she needs to cook.
Gotcha. So yeah, she'll get an apron for you, and same sort of process with the green fabric coming down, and sort of for this it would be more of like a drape and like trim and sew. And the apron she'll sort of fold up and sort of sit to the side for you. For when you need it, ma'am.
She nods in appreciation. Thank you so much. Your work is lovely, dear. Whenever you get a chance, I would love for you to try my cooking.
Usually Lydia does the cooking, but maybe if we're
A few
off on
nights ago-
one of your adventuring words. Yeah.
A few nights ago, I treated everyone here to a very rare and wonderful Wendigo stew with
It was delicious.
with bone marrow.
Rare as in the meat, not the cooking. It was very good though, sis. She's bizarrely trained for adventure.
Well, maybe we will take you up on that at some point.
They just rubbed it on me.
Well, I don't know
It
how
was
to.
delicious.
I don't know how to respond to that, but I'm sure it was fantastic.
He's mostly just messing with you when he says stuff like that.
It's very hard to tell. But as she sort of
I only know because I've seen that he knows how to be normal, so I can tell when he's being not normal on purpose.
but I think I'm liking this adventurer chic look.
It's definitely something that's not common in Doma. It's not
Exactly. I think we might be able to.
it's a little grittier.
Yeah, some grit in there, and like people like to pretend to be things they aren't. And there's a lot of room for like showing off.
Remember that whole like cowboy craze a few years ago that people had?
Oh my god. If I have to see another pair of assless chaps, I'm just
Aspheric is staring at his duster.
Did they not realize that like they did wear pants under those?
Yeah, I know. And like no one here does squats. It's just flab.
It's just we carry lots of books around, and that's about the muscular training that most of us.
Yeah. But regardless, hopefully I might try a new line. We're about due. See if it can take become a craze of sorts.
Well, I'm
Because
glad
you know
we
how
could
these things
inspire
are.
you.
You know how these things are. You know, the first time somebody sees something, all of a sudden everybody needs to have it.
And if you want to give some sort of reference to the name and whatever you call your line, that would be greatly appreciated. Adventurers do always need to get their name out.
The Whitestone Collection.
I mean, it sounds nice.
It seems like it holds weight when we walk around in these clothing.
I think Clarence would be proud. Not that it makes up for it or anything, but I think he'd at least be proud.
Well, I think if I work hard enough, I can probably get some prototypes out to some of the shops tonight.
Tonight, that's a pretty quick turnaround.
Well,
I mean, you saw
fashion
what she
moves
did.
fast. And I am certain that the Whitestone line will be the talk of the town by tomorrow afternoon.
Just don't make the purple duster for everyone else.
No, this is good, Ferric. We'll blend in if everyone's wearing these clothes.
But okay.
You'll stand out if there's no.
That
other
can be
purple
helpful.
Okay.
Or you'll look poor like you're wearing a knockoff.
This is also true.
Well, are you all staying for dinner?
Yeah, I don't think
Yes.
I could walk much
course.
farther if I wanted to.
Yeah.
Oh
That
yeah,
would be lovely,
We're
thank you.
starving.
And tired.
Well, let me get to work. I'm sure you all have many pressing matters to attend.
We do.
Pressed his head to a pillow.
Thank you so much again.
Of course, I'll see you soon at dinner. All right, and with that, you all have
Got
the
some new
rest of the
threads.
afternoon. Yeah. New looks for everybody.
What
Nice.
So we need a way into the Nevern compound.
Yes.
My
Ferric was
dad
also
can probably help with that,
okay.
but I don't know what to say to ask him. Like, because why would we
Well,
need to get in there, you know?
Well, we were talking, and Ferric and Surefies were saying just to tell him everything. And given our track record with honesty, it's always worked out.
Okay. I was
Uh,
gonna be like, oh, I was talking to one of the Nevern kids, and he mentioned something about Ishgardian soldiers. Do you know anything about that?
That's
And
a
like
good
see
lead
how
in,
he
though.
reacts and try and like read him.
I
But
like
then
this
it's
plan.
if you feel like you can, have a conversation like that with your father and read him,
I
you'd
mean,
have
we
to
can
take.
try. If you want to try this honesty thing,
I think
that
if
you
you
guys
want
seem
to
to like
I
so
think
much.
a bit.
Balin is being a little over optimistic in
Never.
this city
Here's
Never.
because things in this city are never what they seem.
also I'm terrible at reading his reactions, so I would need someone else there to like give me signals.
Okay.
As Ferric finishes saying that, he puts back on an image, but it's not the same old man. It's a taller, more muscular, leaner, kind of looking version of that guy who's maybe 20 years younger with long black hair pulled into a ponytail.
Is his
Elven.
nose still long?
Yeah,
Or
just
is
kind
that
of
the
like,
thing that like happened to him as he aged?
I mean, it got longer ish, but
Well,
just like a
won't
really
he-
long bridge.
Won't somebody notice that you look different? Is that like a thing here, Celeste? Is that fine?
Look, it's he'll probably just get rid of the disguised self too.
I'm just
If he
being
thinks
prepared.
it's weird. Yeah. I'm sure he was just busy and didn't want to deal with it earlier to like notice it.
Yeah, you probably don't need to hear at least.
I'm just
It's not
starting
that you
to
don't
feel
need it,
more
it's just
like
that like
myself.
it is known that you're doing. It is known.
I think if you want to probe your father, at least
Yeah,
see
let's
where he's at. That's probably.
yeah, see what his standing might be in the situation. But
If
yeah,
you
come
wish,
with
I
me.
will go ahead and drop this.
Oh, I don't know
That's
about that. You
It's
you
fine,
do
just keep
whatever
it
you
up.
like, Ferric. You do whatever you want. Trust your instinct.
But run it by us before you set anything on fire. Don't trust your instinct that much.
Yeah, don't trust fire instinct.
Just clarify. That's all.
Are you positive?
Yes.
But what do I do when fire is the answer?
You
Ask.
check with someone first. Ask. Yes, thank you, Gray.
Perhaps it might be best just to kind of
How's
give
dinner?
him the option of not learning everything, because sometimes some people don't want to know everything, but they still are willing to help out.
That'd
I
be
have a
okay.
feeling he'll let us know that through the conversation.
Hey, how long until dinner again? Is it a couple hours, I guess?
I mean, yeah.
I think we're at dinner.
Well, we're like,
Yeah.
I'm setting the scene for dinner, but you guys can do other stuff.
You sat my brother at a different table for some reason. He's all alone over there.
Well,
Okay, gotcha.
yeah. So I mean, yeah, you have time before dinner. So if you want to do other things, I was just setting the physical scene here for a second.
Uh,
I was thinking of drinking that, seeing what that potion of shared memories did, but I don't know if that's a good time for it. It might be better to wait.
I think
would-
based on the IRL time,
Yeah.
like we can do one more scene tonight. So
Dinner's probably better to get through.
Yeah, let's
If
do
you
dinner.
want to do that, or if that takes longer, we can wait. I don't know what plans
I
are.
don't have anything. Yeah, I don't know if
I
anything
know-
I'd want to do before dinner.
I know Gran would definitely ask for ask to purchase, if they have any reagents to summon her familiar that she's been meaning to summon since she got here, and also if she can buy any inks to copy a spell scroll into her spell book.
yeah, we'll get to that next session. Just remind me.
Okay.
So. Yeah, so you all arrive for dinner at 6:30 precisely. You see sitting at the head table is Thurston Troxley, Selise's father. To his right sits an elven woman, presumably Selise's mother. And to his left is a younger half-elven gentleman who is very much like the spitting image of his father.
Mhm.
Celise, would you
Yes, Father.
like to introduce your companions to the rest of the family?
Of course. We have across from me Balin. He has slain a hag. He has saved my life a few times. And he has some surprising abilities that I don't think you would expect.
Don't forget,
And then, of course,
Anglemall.
they killed a was it a crocodile or alligator?
There was the giant fire crocodile. There was the giant lightning
Right.
lizard.
Mangle
I mean,
except to say it with
no,
full
I
mouth,
know. I just didn't know if it
Mangle
was a it matters if it's a crocodile or an alligator. One's less impressive. Was it an
Well,
He
just
makes a
look
good
at
point.
It was an alligator that had been transformed with
Celise!
fire magic. There's a radiant T-Rex.
Celise,
Yes, Father.
continue.
Yes, then this is his ingenue, Natalia.
Hi.
She has won many shooting contests in her youth and is looking to learn from him. And then there is Ferric here. You know what? The most unique and specific person I've ever met. It's hard to even describe him, as you can see. He looks so much healthier than he did just this afternoon already
You called him specific.
from having a short rest.
Specific.
It's
And
the
then we
best
have
adjective.
Short Fuse, my gnome friend, who is quite a master with herbs and plants, and can rival some of the student healers that I've met with what he can produce.
You'd be surprised with what you can
And-
do when you stuff it into a bottle and smoke it.
Yeah, there's lots of different processes he uses to extract what's useful from the herbs and plants.
Yep.
And Griselda, I mean, how can you even describe her? She just goes around putting up magical houses and producing food that seems to give us extra life, and just as if a just like a grandmother who wants to take care of you with her wonderful wizarding powers and cooking.
She gives a polite smile and nod.
Well, you are all esteemed guests of the High House of Troxley. You have met, I believe, my youngest daughter, Emelise. She sort of waves. My youngest son, Ariok. Hi. Sort of sent across. My eldest son, Davin, who has begun the process of taking over for me as patriarch of this family, and my wife, the Lady Eladia. I pray you enjoy our meal this evening and our hospitality, as is fitting of the High House Troxley. And he sort of claps, and you all are swarmed by Lydias who are bringing like covered plates of food, and start setting them down in front of everybody. So enjoy. And there's
thank you, sir,
basically
very
a
much.
feast set down in front of you. Way more food than you could ever eat.
I'm trying to stuff too much in. I'm sure if he says.
Ferric sits quietly with his arms crossed.
See, the
Griselda-
Lydias are pretty good cooks too.
Griselda politely nods and says, and tastes everything and says, yes, it's quite delicious. Despite the fact that deep down inside she tells herself she can do better. But she doesn't say it. Because she tries to be polite.
Short piece of scarfing down too much food.
While we're eating, can I just take a look at Thurston and the head table and kind of get an idea of if they're talking, what's going on up there?
It seems like him and Davin are sort of having. It looks like they're talking shop, in quiet tones.
I'll look across this list and say, so when does this conversation with your father supposed to happen?
Oh, I guess, yeah. Sorry, I got distracted by all the food. I guess. Hey, Dad.
Yes, Elise.
Griselda kind of looks down the table and says, maybe this is a conversation meant for more private setting.
Oh, no, I don't think so. It's just, something I overheard. Dad, I was, one of the Nevern girls was talking about how they're having trouble with all the Ishgard forces in Ironfall. Do you know anything about that?
He sort of looks at you curiously.
Seems weird for them to have Ishgard forces down there. Those religious backward country, and why would they be in our area?
I haven't heard any reason as to their almost occupation. I'm hoping that the council will come to some agreement on this in a week's time.
What does Davin
But
look
What
like?
do you mean? He looks very serious.
No, I mean, like, what does he look like right now on this topic? With, like, insight check, I guess.
Yeah, roll an insight.
Nope.
Yes!
Nope.
I
Nailed
didn't
it.
tell people I didn't tell people I would need help reading reactions.
Yeah.
He did.
Celise,
Uh-huh.
the council is convening in a week's time, and I am hoping that something will be decided on the force that is residing so close to our cities.
Oh, do you know which way that the council is leading?
Can I take a look at Emily's while
Yeah.
when Tilly says that.
At
'Cause
Emily's?
She's supposed to be on the she's supposed to be on the council, right?
You do not know how this works.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
She's just having
But-
her
but
body
that's-
controlled.
I don't
Yeah.
know that, but
I mean, Emily's doesn't look like that's not like she doesn't give any strong reaction to this.
okay.
What did you say, Rufio?
I was saying like her body's just being
No.
controlled during.
Yeah, no, I know, but before that, for
Oh, okay,
my
sorry.
what I have to answer.
Shit, what was it?
Hope he was
do you
saying
know which way the
council's gonna
is
lean.
leaning?
No one can know the will of the council, Celise. That is how it has always been. You know this.
I know,
I'd be
I know.
happy
That is not true.
You're so well connected.
How is this not
Think that
true?
You must know something.
There are those that hold influence.
Yes, there is. But that is not for us to question or know.
And why not?
Because that is the way it has always been, and that is the way that it must be.
And that was the problem.
It can
Barrett
be a
turns
problem,
away.
Dad.
Celise,
I have
You
some ancient
know
things, and we shouldn't be following
what-
those.
your name means. I know that you have traveled and have seen the world, but at your heart, you are still a Troxley. You know what that means. You know what burden that is.
Yes, I'm very, very burdened.
Balin's eyes are.
I look around at like all the Lydias.
Sharpies chimes in around the mumbles of food and just says, "But change is good. I mean, look at all of this. We changed and we're great."
The city needs change, but
Celise,
many
you can-
cannot see it.
Change
They
can
look
only
saying,
be done if you are part of the system.
Perhaps I used to be.
I was talking to Celise.
Oh, sorry.
I've heard that a lot, and I just wonder how true it is. It seems like the system reinforces itself usually.
A river cannot erode a mountain overnight, Celise. It takes
That's why you
time,
blow it up.
little by little.
I'm just like frantically looking at everyone else to see what their opinion on the conversation is.
Balin's kind of wide-eyed. Sounds like you're talking back to him a little bit. Telling you to pump the brakes a little bit, maybe.
I
Balin,
understand, Father. I'm
Make
sorry.
an insight check real quick.
Yeah, otherwise Ferrick's gonna push.
Balin, you get the sense that this is not the first time they've had this sort of conversation.
Okay. So
So-
it's more. It feels more casual than tense.
More just like we've gone through this. This is the way it
Sort
must
of a-
be.
Tired. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do you believe it must be this way, Mr. Troxley?
You should say
because
more, Troxley.
Because there is
because of this house.
change happens slowly. And it only happens if people that can fight for it do.
Are you saying you are not in a position to fight for change?
There are many positions in the city, Mr. Ferrick.
Please, call me Dashel.
Well, if we were looking for change, who should we?
Say that again, Rufio. You cut out.
If we were looking for change, Father, who should we talk to?
Well, Celise, Troxley, I think it would be difficult for you if you made known what you mean to do.
Of
Because
course.
Celise Troxley is very well known.
Of course. Selee's never done anything.
You're cutting out,
Transform.
by the way, Rufio, because you keep.
Sorry. Of course, Selee's Troxley always follows the rules. And I transform with my new outfit. The joke here, by the way, would be to call me Grimmer Bolt.
You're right.
Mhm.
That just sounds fucking terrible though, because it sounds like you're like.
It doesn't come out right. It sounds
Yeah.
like
Right.
you're doing a racism.
Yeah.
But it makes sense in context.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, earlier when you were covered in shit, you were Grimer Bolt.
Grimer, that's true. Grimier Bolt.
Okay.
Daughter, what do you mean to do now that you are back home?
Well, we don't know yet. We have to figure out a few things and find a friend to help us. But we need to stop whatever's happening with the Ishgardian army.
And we believe something else is happening here too.
Yeah, we got to make sure they're not teaming up with them Neverin guys.
He sort of pauses. He sort of whispers something to his son, to Davin.
Oh, can I do another insight check on them?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
see if we
I
can
was just
liberate
about to
I
say, I'd
have
like to do
suspicions
one
about the
too.
brother.
his poor
So
It's
does
just because
Ferric.
of his
That's what
character
Suddenly-
art.
It is.
100%.
That's not a thing yet. I'm suspicious of your silence.
I mean, I'm suspicious of both of them, but you know.
What are you trying to incite him about, Ferric?
The comments about that he just made about don't team up with those Neverin guys. I'm just trying to discern if that piques either of their like. I think I cut it off too early, too soon, and you should continue.
Okay. Half the time, that's what it is.
Yeah.
So yeah, Thurston sort of leans over and whispers something into his son's ear, and you can see he sort of like pauses for a moment. Davin does, and he sort of comes up from the pause with like this really charming, winning smile. Dear sister, I know that you have been gone for so long, but I think it is about due for you to contribute to some of the family business. I have some very important documents that I need brought to a constituent of mine. Perhaps you could assist me with that tomorrow.
Oh, really? Where are they going?
To a yes. Yes, I'll have them ready for you in the morning.
Did I think it cut out, or I don't?
No,
Did he not answer the question?
he didn't answer the question.
Oh, okay. Okay. You're such a
is of-
control freak all the time.
It is of
Oh,
dire,
fine.
dire importance.
Yes, we'll help you, Davin.
Thank you, dear sister.
Big smile
Ba-
back at him.
Balin,
Yeah,
Short
very-
Fuse, Ferric, and Griselda. Everybody but Celise, give me an insight check.
Can I just stick with my first one?
I'm very focused
He said,
on my food.
So yeah, everybody but Celise understands that Davin is trying to help
Uh-huh.
without breaking family.
Sure.
Like
Decorum.
not decorum, but what's the word?
Yeah.
Image.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ferric
decorum
looks
works.
at Davin and says, well, Celise Troxley has done a great service to us, so of course we could return that service to you.
Of course. As it were, Miss Celise would of course be accompanied by bodyguards. These are dangerous
course.
times.
Are you sure it wouldn't be too obvious that like something weird is happening if I have more people with me?
Going so deep.
I'm sure that you will be able to figure it out, dear sister.
All right.
I believe we look the part now.
You never trust me with coming up with ideas, and yet you always make me solve problems that you don't think of on the fly. It's really frustrating.
He sort of rolls his eyes. Let's just say there's a lot of paperwork that needs to be taken, and you'll need help carrying it.
Okay, good. Whew.
So he leans
I
over
hate
to
carrying things. Great.
Ferric leans over to Short Fuse and he goes, I guess we shouldn't tell him our bag of holding is full of shit.
Our bag of holding is full of shit that I honestly don't know the best way to fix it. Can you
I'm
Dad,
gonna
help!
look at-
Daddy, help!
I'm gonna look
That
at,
was just the
Davin.
meanest Short Fuse. But yeah, we can talk to your dad about it.
I'll say we appreciate the opportunity to repay the favor of your hospitality.
Yes.
You know what? He's a tough guy. I'm sure he'll be fine with the hammer.
But yes, join us in the morning and we will laden you sufficiently for all present.
Speaking in riddle, okay, sure. In the morning, I'll solve your riddle, whatever this last sentence means too.
Celise. Celise, come here.
What? He always does this.
No, Celise. He's trying to help.
Oh. Thought he was just gonna like try and keep me busy because he thinks I'm stupid.
No.
Okay, good.
This,
Like wink and
these
give a
sorts
thumbs
of things
up to
come with
Davin.
life experience.
Lydia leans over you. Are you finished, Miss Celise, with your food?
At that chair, yes.
Would you like me to move your dish in front of you?
No, I would like a new dish for dessert.
Yes, of course. Would you enjoy truffles? Or I think we have a very nice blueberry tart.
The truffle.
Is truffles dessert? I am not sure.
I mean, it's just chocolate. Could I also
Okay.
get some like vanilla ice cream with that?
Yes, very well.
Thank you.
You get the ice cream with like the hardened shell on the outside, but it's still cold on the
Be good.
inside.
Fried.
Short
that the,
Fuse.
uh,
I'm
It
not
goes
sure
it
I
goes
trust
truffle
that.
layer, then ice cream
Lydia.
layer, then shell layer.
Yeah.
What were you saying, Ferric? I was thinking about that tart with the ice cream.
Lydia
Yep.
makes me rather uncomfortable.
Which one?
All of them.
Sir, you do not appear to have eaten any of your food. Was something not to your liking?
I only eat one time a year. It is a family tradition.
Are you part bear? I hear they do not eat very often.
Yes. Yes, I am.
Very well. I will prepare a nice den for you in your lodgings.
Very well then.
Get out. All right. Um, is there anything else you wanted to discuss at dinner?
No, I think Balin's digging in once the tension dissolves a bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Balin just didn't know what to do with that.
He- as
Yeah,
soon
we
as
could
everything
have
seemed
a
okay,
slightly longer
just started-
conversation with them if we need to later.
it seems like they didn't want to talk about specifics, but they were helping in the way that they felt best. So let's take that for what it is.
All right. And yeah, with that, you all finish dinner and make your way to the dormitories. You'll end up taking a long rest and be ready to go for the next day.
Woohoo!
Awesome.
Sweet.
We did it, guys. Next
All right.
level.
No.
So close.
Not. Yeah. I was
I
about to say,
tried.
I doubt it.
I know when you're leveling and it's after this fucking arc.
Looking forward to it. Should be not too many sessions, but still, that was fun.
Yeah, good
That
session,
was.
guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, I like sneaking in
Yeah.
some of these